Have you seen the stunning evening skies lately? You know, when Venus and Jupiter come together in the evening, there is almost nothing quite as celestially beautiful as that combination. And it means good things for us this week as well. Virgo friends, your social world and future dreams are getting a beautiful cosmic blessing this week. Your connections, the communities you're involved in, and your long-held hopes and dreams all feel more alive and much more possible now, thanks to the benevolent Venus and Jupiter coming together in your 11th house. Let's find out more. This video is a forecast for your sun, moon, or your rising sign, and you can check out all three here at the Guiding Star YouTube channel. They're going to tell you how the stars are going to affect your life this week. I'm Kesenya, and welcome to the Astro News and Weather Report for the second week of June 2026. Love or falling in love all over again with our partner, as the case may be depending on your circumstances, or it can also represent an expansion of your desires. It's all for our blessing this week, and aren't we ready for it? Let's take a bit of a deeper look at this combination of energies. Why this occurring in Cancer makes this an extra special conjunction, because the sign matters enormously this time around. Jupiter is only in Cancer every 12 years, and he's in his exaltation sign when he's there. So this is considered to be one of the most genuinely abundant Venus-Jupiter meetings in years. And we all know in astrological tradition, when there's a planet in its exaltation sign, it's said to perform at its very best and to even uplift the other planets around it. So Jupiter's in his sign of exaltation. It's going to bring out the finest qualities of Jupiter. Now, Jupiter in Cancer is creative, intuitive, generous, abundant, and very protective and supportive. Jupiter is actually the great protector of the solar system. Quite literally in astronomy, he sucks all the asteroids and debris in the outer solar system into his magnetosphere, which is enormous, and gobbles it all up, so we don't suffer from too much celestial debris in the inner solar system where we reside here on Earth. So thanks be to Jupiter for his protective qualities. Hence, I believe there's an association between Jupiter and Cancer. Perhaps that's the reason why he's exalted there. There is an association with protectiveness. Jupiter, the great protector of the inner solar system. Cancer, the great mother protective energy of that sign. Now, Venus in Cancer, what's that all about? Venus, when she's in Cancer, favors emotional safety over excitement, depth over flirtation, and home-centered intimacy over public displays of her usual romance. So it's a good time to deepen existing relationships under this transit, and any new relationships that's abound are out of Venus-Jupiter conjunction. And Venus-Jupiter conjunction was one of the reasons my husband and I got together. You need to have looked at our astrology for that, and I do have a video all about our astrological meeting available in the Patreon family. But any new connections that form with Venus conjunct with Jupiter will feel sort of familiar very quickly, like you've known this person longer than you actually have. You've seen them somewhere before, or met them somewhere before, and maybe you existed together in another lifetime. You know what? This is actually the second Venus-Jupiter conjunction in the sign of Cancer. The first one occurred back in August 2025, and as Jupiter prepares to leave Cancer for another 12 years, he won't be back in his exaltation for 12 years, more's the pity. This conjunction carries an energy with it of fruiting and fulfillment. So we've had the first conjunction in August 2025. This is the second and the last conjunction for another 12 years. So we have to stop and think, what was going on in our lives last August? And how are those themes somehow repeating or culminating or reaching their fruition for us now? If you keep a diary, which is so handy when you're studying astrology, if you keep a diary, you can refer back and see what was prominent in your life at that time. But in plain terms, this conjunction is the moment that blesses the heart, the home, family bonds, and emotional intimacy in a really big way. The two benefics uniting in the sign of Cancer. I'll tell you a little bit about the mythologies of these two planets. Most of us do know the stories of Zeus or Jupiter from Greek mythology, but did you know that in Latin, Jupiter is called Jove, and it's the root word for jovial, happiness, joy. And so Jupiter has always been associated with joy, but also good fortune and good company. His sacred bird was the eagle. And so oftentimes if you see an eagle in some important way in your life, if an eagle shows up, it's an omen from Zeus or an omen from Jupiter. It has Jupiter energy. The oak tree was also sacred to Jupiter as well. In fact, priests at his temple in Dodona would divine the future by listening to the wind moving through the sacred grove of oaks at that temple. I have to share with you, just because it gives me joy. My husband and I got married in an oak forest when we got married, and it was truly a very special, spiritual, beautiful time. We actually saw eagle omens on that day, which I just thought was glorious. Now, Venus mythology, or otherwise known as Aphrodite, she was born from the sea foam. There's a bit of a background story to that, but I won't go into that here. She's the goddess of love. She's the goddess of beauty and desire. Arguably, she's the most mythologically magnetic figure in the ancient Parthenon. Everybody loves the story of the beautiful Venus. But ancient sources noted that in certain cults, Jupiter was actually worshipped in close association with Venus. They were kind of two for one in many ways, reflecting this long-standing mythological pairing of two benefic divine forces. So here they are meeting in Cancer, almost at the projected degree of fixed star Procyon. Now they're meeting at 25 degrees. Procyon's projected degree is 26 degrees of Cancer. And this carries its own meanings. Whenever we see Venus crossing the projected degree of Procyon on the ecliptic, we can see in our environment, or if we're born with this placement, we might see a lot of it in our lives generally, that we get a lot of benefits from influential friends. They back us up, they support us, they put their money where their mouth is. Our friends come to our aid. It's also, Venus with Procyon is very favorable for gain. And we may see this around the 9th or 10th of June. You might be more prone to be able to receive gains and benefits. It's also time to receive favors and benefits from friends and acquaintances, and time for you to leave your mark on the world around the 9th or 10th in some way. Now, some people will see more success in their lives if they are working in fields to do with religious affairs or sports or politics. In fact, a lot of politicians do have Procyon prominent in their chart, for better or for worse. But this conjunction is a good one for financial gain when Venus is there. Now, when Jupiter is in a conjunction with Procyon, it can give us an inclination to travel. We might have many journeys. We might go on a big long trip. We can also see when Jupiter is here that sometimes it triggers some troubles from our relatives, or troubles from the church, or trouble with the law. So do keep that in mind. But despite all these potential troubles with Jupiter here, we also get help from friends when Jupiter is with Procyon. They come to our rescue once again. It's time when Jupiter transits across Procyon to embrace your own determination. And if you are a mature person, Jupiter with Procyon can bring about the manifestation of profit and success. People who are less high vibrational might find themselves entangled in some sort of legal upheavals. So my prayer for everybody is that they're going for the high vibe energy and receiving the benefits of the divine. Virgo friends, your social world and your vision for the future are both getting a magnificent cosmic blessing this week as Venus and Jupiter go to your 11th house. They are energizing your friendships and your networks and your communities that you're involved in. And they're also energizing the long-held hopes and dreams that are living quietly in your heart right now. So the people that you encounter this week are going to be more warm and generous and genuinely significant in some way to your life. And connections, new connections that you make or connections that you deepen this week are really going to be able to open doors that you didn't even know existed. Being social this week is not just enjoyable, it's genuinely strategic, because that's where the opportunities for growth and happiness are moving in your life. Now, these are the two financial planets, generally speaking, in astrology. So financially, group ventures, collaborative projects, and anything tied to your broader community or online presence really carries promise now. It's time to consciously focus and invest in those things in your life. And even an unexpected windfall could arrive through the most surprising social connection, because that's what the 11th house is all about when the two benefics get together here. Now, for those of you who like astrology that goes a little deeper, let's look at the house lordships. Venus in a Virgo chart is one of the most beneficial planets for your chart, because Venus rules the 2nd house and the 9th house. And that means that she is bringing all this blessing of these two financial houses to another financial house, the 11th house. You might find that your financial situation this week, my beautiful Virgo friends, really rises up. So you might find that through international affairs or international dealings, 9th house stuff, that you get greater rewards, greater gains, or greater insight into your dreams and goals and aspirations. And as the 2nd house lord, you might also find that this week you get more financial returns and your bank accounts are looking much more puffed up and solid this week. Venus in the 11th house. This is a wealth yoga that you are experiencing this week, so it really could amp up your financial situation. But in a Virgo chart, Venus is lord of two angles, the 7th house and the 4th house. So this is bringing 7th house, 4th house energy in an amplified state to your 11th house. What does that mean? It means through collaborations and partnerships and contracts, everything that I've just spoken of is going to be enhanced. You shouldn't be a lone wolf this week. You should connect. You should socialize. You should interact with others this week in, a group setting, but also in a one-on-one kind of setting as well. It's time to go out on the golf course with that business associate and discuss certain business affairs while you're playing a round of golf. Jupiter in the Jupiter ruling one-on-one connections in the 11th house of clubs and groups and organizations. So maybe take your colleague or your husband or your wife to some kind of group affair or group function. That could actually turn out to be a most blessed move. Not only that, but Jupiter rules the 4th house, my Virgo friends. So the 4th house is our family affairs, our real estate, our property, our land. And here with Jupiter so auspicious and blessed in the 11th house, it indicates that there could be some serious dreams and goals and aspirations that are fruiting now concerning where you live, the type of home you have, land, property, real estate, heritage, family roots, and connections of a familial type that get blessed. So if you've had dreams and goals of that nature, you can expect to see a lot of momentum in that direction coming your way this week. Now, Virgo, if you would like a reading with me, places have now opened up for the month of July, but they are filling fast. So head to the link in the description if you would like a personal analysis of your chart and some support from me for your life situation. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video to help us reach more people with the Astro Good News and to curb that pesky algorithm to help all the astrologers out there on YouTube.